Hello, how are you today? Please allow me to present the video abstract of our paper together with my co-authors Laszlo Polosz and Mike Hannon. The title of our paper, published in British Journal of Management, is "The Price for Market Embeddedness is Declining Adaptive Capability. Model, Measurement, and Illustration." The research question we try to answer in this paper is a central challenge in the management and organization research, that is, how to predict the evolution of an organization's adaptive capability. This is an important question because research have found that adaptive capabilities affects a range of important variables from individual level to organizational level and up to societal level, such as employees' individual well-being, employment relations within an organization, as well as organizational performance and its innovation output, and at the societal level, the functioning of essential sectors, such as utility and public transportation. In this paper, we address two gaps. One is of theoretical nature, the other one is of methodological nature. Concerning the theoretical gap, researchers have recognized a long time ago that adaptive capability is driven by forces both within the organization as well as those forces at the interface between the organization and its external audiences. Here with external audiences, we mean stakeholders such as users, customers, suppliers, and investors. Although we have recognized that adaptive capability is driven by both the internal and the external forces, the existing research has almost exclusively focused on the internal forces, which evolves with the aging process of an organization. That is, organizational age is the independent variable in many of these studies. This internal focus has left some puzzling questions unanswered. For example, why organizations starve adaptive efforts even when they have understood the urgent need to change from the internal perspective? Also, why the efforts to change organization often fail in spite of internal commitment and availability of resources? Our paper addresses this gap by shifting the focus towards the external forces. We model how ties at the organization-market interface affect adaptive capability, and in doing so, we measure the ties, the length of ties at the interface with length of market tenure. The second gap in the current research on adaptive capability concerns a gap of methodological nature. Researchers have long acknowledged that in order to understand adaptive capability, it is important to measure both the content of change, that is, what has been changed, as well as the process of change. Process of change means how change takes place. However, existing research has almost exclusively focused on the process aspect of change. For example, studies have modeled how the frequency, sequence, or even rhythm of change affect organizational outcomes such as performance. On the other hand, the content of change has been mostly overlooked or even assumed away because measuring and integrating the distinctiveness between the different types of content of change poses a significant challenge for researchers. In our paper, we address this gap by proposing a distance-based measure for the speed of change, so that our measure specifies both the process as well as the content of change. Our paper also provides an empirical illustration for our theoretical model and our NOVA measurement. The setting of this empirical illustration is the UK motorcycle market. So you will get to know a lot of interesting information about the motorcycle industry, as get to see some beautiful motorcycle styles. If you are getting curious about our paper, you can read it at British Journal of Management. Thank you very much for your attention.